Good morning. Good morning, good morning. How is everyone? Good morning, Meg. How are you? Hopefully you're all right. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Actually woke up late today. Mike says, I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm all right. Do you know when you feel like you're like just on the cusp of getting sick? Like you're not quite there yet, but you can just feel it coming. So I've been like trying to go to bed a little bit earlier, trying to sleep in a little bit later, only like 20 or 30 minutes, but just like trying to rest because I feel the sickness is coming. But I'm a little bit excited about today because we're going to do this horrible gold thread. So I showed it last night in the live. It looks like this. And it's an absolute bitch to work with. So all of these little strands, there's like 10 or 12 maybe. And they come apart just like the 6-strand ones, but they're just way smaller. And they're literally like metal. Sorry. So as you're stitching with it, Meg says, I hate that stuff. Yeah, it's terrible. So I found that just doing this way works well for me, but some people have found that if you fold it over and not the end, so the needle can't get out, if you know what I mean. So it's like one big loop with the needle at the top and the knot at the bottom. They find that that works well for them, but it doesn't do so well with me. The stitches we're going to do today, you can use with any kind of thread. So even if you wanted to use just like a really nice, like a yellow for your star, it's really bright, but if you wanted to use a yellow, you could use that too. I would do 3 strands. I split mine in half. So the actual thread is a bit thicker. You can see how thick it is, and I'm using just about half. So just split your strands in half. And we're going to do a lazy daisy, but we're not going to make it into a loop. Okay? Bear with me, because I think it's going to be really good. I really want to use the gold thread because, one, I hate it so much. And by using it, I'm going to master it. So that's my idea. So what I've done is I've put a side note again. You don't have to do it this way. Feel free to do just like a satin stitch. You can go from the tip to tip and then straight across. If you're like, this is too much for me, you can do just a satin stitch like that. Make sure you put your lines in just in case. You can do like this. So you make a dot in the middle and connect the points like that. And then you can do a satin stitch straight down. You can do a satin stitch straight over. It's totally up to you how you do it. But I did a practice with this gold thread because I didn't know if it was going to work. And the long stitches with the gold thread do not work at all. They make these big like humps like this, no matter how tight you pull it. So there's the problem with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little lazy daisy stitch, but we're going to do it almost like the fly stitch kind of. So I'm going to make a line down the middle of each one, and we're just going to work in this little diamond right now. So like I said, I've split it in half. So you're going to use 3 strands. Let me turn this down because I always forget that this part of the jazz one, he gets a little OTT with his saxophone. And then I will zoom it in so you can see what I'm doing. This Robin's bum looks a bit wonky, doesn't it? Like he's holding his poo in. And what we're going to do is we're going to do one little stitch at the end. So not the end of it, yeah. One little stitch. Now I've drawn the line because all of the middle stitches are going to be on this line, and then all of the out stitches are going to be on the outer two lines. So we're going to go up again right next to it, keeping the shape of the point of the star. And this is where it's like the lazy daisy. So you're going to go on either side like that. And then up in the middle, right underneath the very first stitch we did. Pull it. I'll then make a stitch like that. So let's see if I can zoom in even more. Can you see? So we'll do again. So keep the shape of your star. On either side, just like the lazy daisy or the fly stitch, if you remember in the last stitch along, or maybe it was the leaves one. We did some vines like this. Yeah? Now, obviously, this is going to take a little bit longer than a regular, just filling it in with satin. But I think that the texture that it's going to give is going to make it look almost like 3D. So I think that'll be cool. I didn't do the whole star on my sample. I only did like half of one section just so I could see how it looked. So hopefully by the end, it'll be cool. All right, how is everyone today? How are we doing? I know that the election results were tonight, so I'm not going to get into that, but I hope that, you know, keep your head held up high if it wasn't your party that got in. Hi, George. It's always exciting when George comes. Goodness gracious. They started doing like 4 or 5 minute commercials in the middle of the YouTube thing. Like yesterday, it was like a full on like concerto. I was like, Jesus Christ. I just want some Christmas jazz music, all right? Like, let me live. Jamie says, I just handed in my notice to my boss now. So I'm sat at my desk watching this instead of working. So despite the election, a good day. Look at you go. I kind of want to ask why you've handed your notice in, but I also don't want to like pry too much, you know? So I don't know if it's like a congratulations or like a you hate it so much and that's why you've left. Do you know what I mean? But my sister says, I am very sad German because of the election. I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like there's nothing that anyone can say that can, see, this is why I hate this thread, to like make it better, but I don't know. Come on, just be smooth. Yes. Alex says, it's 5 a.m. for me, but I'm pulling an all-nighter writing a paper for uni. Oh my God. I remember the days, but I'm much older than you, so it was a very long time ago. So that's the only bad thing about this thread. So as you're working with it, this is where my needle was. They get a bit kinky. And then this right here is what I have to try to thread through my needle again. So you can see it's like not a very good time. But it's all right. Jamie says, because I hate sitting behind a desk all day and talking to nobody, it makes me miserable. Good for you then. Good for you then. So I'm just going to go straight from here to the next point, and we're going to start again the exact same way. I'm going to move her over so you can see. And then we're just going to keep on going. So this one's going to be extra loopy because I'm going from here to here. And gold thread absolutely hates that. So do you have another job lined up, or are you just like, I'll figure it out? I just don't like this one. I'm super nosy this morning, aren't I? Jesus. Come on, don't leave brown there. No. This is why the gold thread is the worst. It's because if even one of the little strands gets snagged like in any way, it's a bad day for everybody. See that? Jamie says, job interview next week, and if I don't get that, my notice period is 3 months, so hopefully plenty of time to find something new. Oh, that's good. You seem stress-free and optimistic, which is great. I do know that if you try to use the gold thread and you're not having a good time with it, I know some people use beeswax. So they have like a thread conditioner that you can put on it that's supposed to help like a lot. I'm not a huge fan of it. I know some people use just like white conditioner, and they say that works really well as well for thread conditioner. But it's just fussy, this gold thread, but I feel like if I can do just one star today, just one of the stars, because you can see it's taking me 15 minutes to do just 1.5. I'll be happy, you know? And I think it will look really cool. So we shall see. Obviously, if you are using regular thread, you'll probably be done by now. Or very close to it. And obviously, if you're using regular thread, you can probably get your stitches a bit closer than I can, because obviously the metallic thread, it doesn't like bend like regular embroidery thread will. So there's 2. What do we think? Yay or nay? Do we love it? Or do we hate it? I'm gonna try a longer straight. My stomach is making all kinds of noises. I didn't have breakfast yet, that's why. Meg says it has a lovely effect. And Jamie says it's looking super pretty already. Love it. Not sure I have the patience for the gold thread. See, that's me too. But then I have all this like metallic and this like fun marlet, like that really shiny thread I was showing you yesterday. Not necessarily metallic, just like has a nice sheen on it. So I really want to use that for something else, like maybe the star, like the blue one for the star. I thought about doing this like just totally neutral, like, oop, sorry. Like a gray, like grays and whites maybe, and just like a little pop of color here and there, but nope. Noel Craft says, I love it, and I would never have thought of using that stitch for a star. See, me either, if it wasn't for the stupid gold thread. Because like I said, the gold thread is really tricky, and it doesn't lay flat all the time, especially over long areas. So initially I thought I would just do like a little outline and then satin stitch over it. So it kind of was like raised up a little bit, and I was like, oh, that'll be nice. But having these long, which one is it now? Jesus. You're killing me. You're killing me. You're gonna kill me. Just work with me, just for a little bit longer, okay? Please. Please. But yeah, anyways, because it doesn't lay flat over the long stitches, it makes it really difficult to use the gold metallic or the silver, or, you know, whatever color, without another strand. So I know someone yesterday said, sorry, the heating comes on at 10 o'clock. So it's always like 20 minutes after that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hot. Don't remember what I was saying now. Oh, someone yesterday said that if you use like one strand of this with just a regular thread, like the regular 6-strand cotton threads, it has a really nice effect, and you don't get this madness that I'm working with. So maybe try that if you kind of want to, but don't really want to, you know? Jamie says, I have one of the DMC threads with the sparkly kind of thread that you had in the tinner box yesterday with all the different colors, but I really struggled to use it because the strands just kept coming apart. However, I'm a newbie, so I thought maybe that was just my fault. So I haven't actually used those yet, but that's all right. Don't, it's probably not you. Some of these threads are just difficult to work with. Like literally, it's not anything to do with you being a newbie or anything like that. It's just some of them are a little bit temperamental. They look beautiful, like don't get me wrong. Like it's gonna be so pretty. Like you can already tell that it's like really, really nice. Do you know what? There's plenty of this left, but I'm going to make a knot and start again because the end of this is so bad. The end of that is so bad that it's just going to keep coming apart. Yeah, so it's not just you. Like, it's literally everybody. And I know that a lot of people who use this, they don't use all these strands, so they only use like 1 or 2. And obviously I'm using like 6 of them. So just imagine like even like a green tree and then having just like little specks of like the silver in there, like for snow, like on the top of the leaves, pine needles. I think that would be really pretty. Hello, Slow Fashion Studios. I believe it's Sarah, but don't want to get it wrong because I always seem to. I'm forever mixing people up. How are you? Are you gonna do the stitch along? Oh my God. I'm telling you. Do you know what? Robin, are you still here? For Christmas, I want a new camera holder that doesn't shake. That's like, I'll send you a link for my live videos. That's what I want. Robin, are you still here? Robin is my mom, and she got hacked on Instagram, so she had to make a new I almost said screensaver. She had to make a new like Instagram handle and a whole new one because someone hacked her and she can't get back into her old account. How dare my mom leave before the live is finished? Call yourself a mother. Sarah says, I'm doing okay, thank you. Been off Insta for a while, feeling out of the loop. Is this a new stitch along? Yeah, so this is the very first day. We've just started. I made the stitch along, or this picture, this design, back in the summer. And I made an autumn one. I made a Christmas one. I made a Harry Potter one. I made a spring one. And I was like, I'm going to do all this stuff for it. And then I got like swamped with orders in November, and then did the holiday stitch along with the wreath. So I was like, well, probably should just wait for next year. And then on Monday, I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to do it. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I was actually talking to Meg a couple days ago and was like, I really want to do this. Like, what should I do? I was like, I really want to do it as like a 12 days of Christmas stitch along. I think that'd be really fun. And she was like, just do it then if you want to do it. And I was like, I will. I'm going to do it. So, yeah, in like 2 days. Yeah, the Harry Potter one, but I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble. You know? Like, all that stuff is copyrighted, so, or trademarked, or whatever it is. So I'm afraid that they're going to, like, come after me and, like, steal all my business and, like, take everything away. Sarah says, I still need to finish my wreath. It's so nearly finished. Love the idea of the 12 days. Is it in your Etsy store? It is. So at the moment, it's like, in American dollars, it's $5.95. Jessie just came downstairs in a tizzy, like someone's here or something. Promise it's nobody. I'm just talking to you guys. It's probably the garbage people. She's running around like holy crap. What's the matter with you? Get your head out of there. Get down. Get down. It's the garbage people. Come on, get down. Get down. She's got her head through the mini blinds, sticking straight through. Oh, she said, Meg says, I go there tomorrow, look into it. Huh. And then Sarah says, don't risk it with Harry Potter. Warner Brothers are really hot on it. Exactly, but then I know other people who have done, like, little patterns and things. And they look really cute. I know. Maybe I'll just do, like, a free. You can stitch it up however you want to. Here it is. You know, like, I'm not making money from it. I'm just, like, spreading the love a little bit. I think as long as you don't sell it. Karen says, I got the DMC golden thread, and I was never able to put more than 3 strands through the needle hole. I just gave up. Oh, do you know what? You'd think that they would, like, take that into consideration and try to make changes to how it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know anybody, I don't know one stitcher who doesn't think that this isn't the devil's thread. Like, everyone is like, devil's thread. Like, nobody likes it. But it's so pretty, so everybody keeps coming back for it. And this shit is not cheap either. I'm like cussing up a storm today. But it's not cheap, man. That's why last year I got the Anchor press box, and there just happened to be... What are you doing? What are you doing? Can you just chill for like 10 more minutes? I'm almost done with my star. Just relax, lady. The last time she was like this, there was a fox in our backyard. And we don't even have like a big backyard, like there's houses behind us. So God knows how it got back there. But she's convinced there's something outside. She's an absolute nut. Yeah, so I said I would keep the videos. I did not do this down the middle, did I? Goodness gracious. I said I would keep the videos 30 minutes. So I'm just going to finish this one star. And then I'll let you guys go for the day. Like I said, if you're using regular 3-stranded cotton, it will go way quicker than this. So please don't be discouraged by like, oh my God, this is taking her forever. I don't want to do it anymore. Please don't think that. I just have one more stitch. This side is going to be very sparkly compared to the other one because I didn't go down the middle. Yeah, so make sure that you go down the middle of your pattern of the star. Ta-da! The back is quite pretty too. Okay, let me do a little knot here, and then I'll show you up close. And then I'll give you a bit of tips for satin stitch if you just want to do satin stitch. Okay, so here is up close how it looks. You still have that like little shine and sparkle. If you want to do the satin stitch, but you still want these little like quadrants like that, you can always do on this other one. Meg says, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And Jamie's giving me the heart eyes. Yes, girl. Okay, you can always do the satin stitch like this. So you don't have to go straight across the whole star with your satin stitches. You can still divide it into like the 5 little diamonds that make up the star. And then you could do straight down like this. But if you do straight down, then this hole here is going to get, this hole here is going to get a lot of views. That sounds so dirty. So just be careful of that. Or you can go straight across like this. So instead of going straight down, you can also, yeah. So you can make them all straight down through the middle, or you can go sideways like that. It's up to you. Or you can just keep doing the same as we did before. So it's just a line down the middle and then they go like this. Yeah? So hopefully that's enough for you to get started for today. Be sure to tag me in your posts or your Instagram stories at the Barmy Fox. Just there. I stuck a sticker on the top like Neve from Wimpress Embroidery does. Stole that idea from her. And then it's the same hashtag as before, the Barmy Fox, SAL. And then be sure to like, comment, leave a little smiley face on other people's embroideries too. I think we have over 20 people doing it so far. So, yeah, like, tag a friend who wants to do it or you think might be interested, get more people involved. Obviously, like I always say, there's not a stitch along without you guys. So I can't stitching by myself is just no fun. That's not a stitch along. So the more people that get involved, the more people we can like and comment and share and stuff. So I hope you have a great Friday. Keep your head up if you're in the UK and you're not having a good day today. Spread some kindness around. Yeah? Have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.